Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Lauren and this is Pixie Dust and Points, and it's where I love to talk about my favorite things about WW and all things Disney. I love it when I can combine the two. They're the best. But I just got home from Epcot today and I wanted to go through and show some of you all my favorite things to pack in my park bag for Walt Disney World right now in summer 2020. So my park bag looks a little different these days than it used to. So I just thought it would be a little bit fun to show you what I pack, what's helpful, all that jazz right now. So let's start with the bag itself. So this bag that I'm using, it's really old actually. It's so cute. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. There we go. It's from Le Sportsac and it's Mary Blair inspired and it makes me so happy. And look, it's the little Dutch girl from It's a Small World. It's my favorite thing. But I like to carry this bag because I'm a little bit of a germaphobe. And I like to wipe my things down when I come back from the parks. So the material on this is perfect to wipe it down with a wipe and sanitize it as soon as I get home. So that's one recommendation that I would have for you if you are into that. But let's hop inside. So we'll start with all the sanitation stuff first, right? Because 2020. So you will need a mask when you visit Walt Disney World. It needs to be on your face all the time, except for when you're stationary eating or drinking. But I also like to have a backup mask with me. And the reason I do is because it's Florida and one of two things is probably going to happen. So you will probably either get really sweaty or it might rain, or both. So I like to make sure that I have at least one backup mask with me. And I really recommend if you are traveling, especially out of state to the parks and you're getting used to wearing a mask more frequently, that you do some trial and error. Make sure you find a mask that you're comfortable in and that's wearable for you for a long time. So once I got used to wearing the mask around the parks, it really doesn't bother me, but it's because I'm very fortunate to have a couple of great masks, which I love. This one is fantastic because it has, you know, one of the wires at the top so I can bend it and shape it to my nose a little bit if I need to. And it has a space for a filter and the little elastics that are comfortable behind my ears. So there's that piece. Also, on sanitation station, I do like to carry a small little pack of Clorox wipes with me. I will say that Disney has done a phenomenal job of keeping their parks clean, which they are known for all the time. But really, of every time that I've been to the park lately, I have not seen a single piece of trash. I see custodial cast members all the time wiping down all the tables and light posts and anything that can be that's a surface. They're always wiping it down. So I don't have to dive into these all too often, but I do like to keep them on hand just in case I need them. So I used to grab those like little packs they had at Target by the registers, but they don't anymore. So I just took a few out of my container, put them in a Ziploc bag, and they'll retain their moisture for a bit. So I do that. And the last thing on that note is hand sanitizer. Look at this. Throwback to 7th grade if you're an elder millennial like I am. Look at that. Cucumber melon. Goodness. Woo! So I've got a couple of these left over from like before all this began. This is a sweet angel. I do carry hand sanitizer with me into the parks. However, Disney again goes above and beyond with providing hand sanitizer everywhere you go. So I find it at the entrance and exit to every single attraction, entrance and exit to every single restaurant. If you look, you know, far ahead on the path that you're walking on, you're likely to come across one. So I really don't find myself using this all too often. The only time I really do is like when I sit down with my tray with my lunch or something like that. But always good to have on hand just in case you need it. So I'd recommend a small one. Don't give up too much real estate in your purse for that when you're going to Disney at least. So moving on from that fun stuff, sunscreen, because it's summertime in Florida too. So I like to use this Neutrogena Beach Defense 70 sunscreen water plus sunscreen lotion. So this one's really great. It weathers the elements. It weathers getting sweaty outside in the parks too. So 2 thumbs up for Neutrogena on that. Now we're getting into some fun stuff here. Also, portable phone charger. Always important, but extra important right now. And why do you ask? Because you're going to use your cell phone probably a little more than you used to in the parks right now. Main reason being is for mobile ordering. So if you haven't used mobile order before on My Disney Experience, you can use it to order all of your quick service food and beverage meals at the parks now with it. So it's a super easy way to go on, pre-select what you need, and then you just check in to designate when you've arrived at the restaurant, and poof, they magically make your meal for you. So there's no waiting in line. You don't have to be indoors in crowds or anything like that, which is really, really great. But I do like to make sure that I have a backup charger on hand just in case my phone were to die, because I do feel like now the restaurants really are pushing you to be using using that option. So make sure you have that on hand. Also, this is silly. This is maybe just me being fancy or whatever. I don't know. This is my koozie, and I love it because I love to get Starbucks every time I go to the park. It's kind of like a thing. I walk in the door, I get my pixie dusted coffee, and I go on my way. This one is from Niedernoggin on Etsy. I'll tag it down below so you can see it, but I like it because in our Florida heat, things like the condensation on your drinks is absolutely crazy. So again, hot and sweaty. I don't need any hot, sweaty coffee either, so I throw this on my coffee cup and it stops it from dripping everywhere. I love it. It goes with me and I can throw it right in the wash whenever I get home. On the subject of beverages, True Lemon. Wait, there you go. This sweet angel from heaven above. I don't know if you've tried it. Raise your hand if you have. I mean, I can't see you if you raise your hand. But this stuff saves me. So if you have been to Florida before, especially in the Orlando area, and especially in places like maybe near the Magic Kingdom, and you've tasted the tap water, and it tastes kind of, I don't know, like a swamp. I don't know how else to describe it. This will help cut that taste while you're here. So you can buy bottled water wherever you want if that's your business when you're in the parks. That's not my business right now. So you can get free tap water anywhere you go in Walt Disney World, at any of the places where they have fountain soda or any of the Starbucks. But I like to carry this on hand just to give it some flavor. So I use True Lemon. It's just the plain one, just crystallized lemon. They also have True Lime. They have some infusions. There are like some sweeter flavors as well. I can't say enough about this product, but if you're looking to cut that Florida water taste, this will do the trick. And it's small enough that it fits inside your little bag. Then, I'm nearing the end of this, my goodness gracious. Ink pen. Things I wouldn't carry in my purse prior to 2020. Things I probably should have carried in my purse prior to 2020, but I definitely do now. Just, again, save the germs, right? If you ever need to write anything, cite anything like that, you've got your own pen handy. Again, not taking up much real estate, but worth it. And then last but not least, because Florida, tiny umbrella. I'm gonna give a shout out to my friend Hope, because this is actually Hope's tiny umbrella, because I know I'm smart enough to know that I should have one of these with me, but I don't always. So she lent this to me the last time I went to the parks, and I have to give it back to her. So Hope, I have your umbrella. But tiny umbrella, purse size umbrella, can't recommend it enough, but especially right now, when it rains, everybody's looking for shelter, which makes sense, as we should, right? And if you kind of get a lay of the land in the parks, know where your cover places are, that's great. But maybe you don't want to run straight inside the store that everyone else is running into. Just a thought. I know I personally don't, and sometimes, a lot of the times, our rain here, it's not always filled with lightning and storms. Like, it's safe to be outside. You just need to have an umbrella or a poncho. But I like to keep this with me because it keeps me outside trying to avoid indoors and crowded spaces. And it prevents me needing to go into a crowd unnecessarily. But again, if you keep your eyes out throughout the parks, you can usually kind of know where the spots are that might be a good hideout for you when and if that storm comes, likely at 3 p.m. every single day. So that is my bag. So if you have any tips of what you like to carry in your park bag, please let me know. I love, again, to carry just a small one. It's not heavy. It's teensy tiny. It's probably, gosh, 10 inches, 8 inches at most. not heavy, but it really does carry a lot. And just right now, in this time of our lives, it looks a little different. So I just thought I would share that with everyone. Oh wait, I forgot one important thing. This. Oh my God. I mean, this is my cell phone, duh. But this here on my pop socket also is my credit card holder. But what's great about this is inside of it, you can hold whatever cards you're wanting to hold. So I don't recommend like putting all of everything in there. However, you know, if you need to put, you know, maybe some form of park admission if you don't have a magic band with you, or maybe one form of payment like a gift card or anything like that that you are going to be taking out of your bag all throughout the day, it's really nice to have on hand. So, last tip. I'm obsessed with this thing. My husband found it. I'll link one down below too. I love it. So, now for real, that is the end of this. Enjoy Walt Disney World, pack your bags, go have fun, be safe, and let me know what you like to pack in your park bag in the comments down below. And make sure to check back here for more fun in the future, because there's no telling what kind of fun we're gonna have. So talk to you guys later. Bye.